Yay! Fix this thing. Okay, I think we're good. Hi, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. I just threw on some lip gloss and it's kind of messy. Anyway, there we go. Okay, yay, it's Barb. I'm back from vacation and I am still going crazy here. So much to do and so little time to get it done. But we are here, we are live, and I have some really cute projects for you guys today using a brand new bundle from the new catalog. Excuse me. And I hope you love it. So anyway, as you probably know, I was in Mexico last week with my besties and my daughter, and we had a fantastic time. We ate some food. I didn't eat anything that was weird because I'm not into getting sick in Mexico. So I didn't eat any weird stuff. And I guess it depends who you are to whether you think it's weird. I didn't eat anything that I thought was weird. Let's just say that. Like octopus on ice, pass. Hard pass. Not eating that. I heard there was a fancy restaurant and one of the little courses that they served you was ant eggs. Again, hard pass. Not eating that. There was a lot of various salad type things on the buffet. No, I'm not eating that stuff because I have heard, and now that I'm back, I have heard of so many people that got sick. In fact, Kelly got really sick, and so did my friend Lori. Thankfully, Jaden and I did not get sick, but like I said, we didn't eat anything that we considered weird. So, we kind of stuck to your standard things like, taco shell with some rice, some guacamole. We had some croissants for breakfast. I had Yoplait yogurt. I know, super boring, but I was not about the getting sick. No. Chicken tenders, French fries, pizza, things like that. That's what I ate. So, so I didn't get sick. Thank goodness. I'm so sorry to everyone that did because, that's just no fun. But yeah, we're back now. It almost seems like a very, very distant memory because the minute we got back, it was just dive into the work and start hammering stuff out because I got back. Let's see, I flew back into Billings on Saturday night. Sunday we got up. We had to run a few errands in town. We got back here to Sheridan at probably like 2 in the afternoon, maybe. And so it was just enough time to like unpack everything, start doing laundry, that kind of stuff. And then Monday it was like, let's get to work. We've got the catalog kickoff going on. We did our meet and greet last night, in case you were not aware. So that was really fun. We're hammering out our projects for our make and take kits. We are getting things ready for our card challenges and mystery stamping. I've got product shares that I'm trying to get out of here. I finally got all my stuff in late last night. UPS usually comes here around 8 o'clock. So I haven't really been able to get into that too much yet. I'm hoping to get some of that done because I'm leaving tomorrow again for like 4 days. My daughter's graduating college on Saturday. Whoop, whoop to her. But whoop, whoop to Barb being gone again. So after I get back from this, I'm not traveling anymore. That's just it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here because I've got a lot of work to get done. So I've got my In Color Club also coming up next week. So I think I've got everything for that for the first month. Pretty sure I got it all ordered. Let's hope so. While we were in Mexico, the catalog went live on May 1st, as you probably are aware, because I'm sure a lot of you have already placed orders. But we had to stay up or wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning in order to place our orders. So I did get on there. I placed my orders that I had to order for myself. I had some team member gifts I needed to get out. I had some customer orders I had to place. I finally got all that done about 3 a.m. It was killer. And then of course I went to bed and got up at, 7, whatever, the regular time. So yeah, vacation was a little rough. Then one day we went to kind of an amusement park of sorts. We went ziplining, which it's kind of crazy that I could actually do that because I am deathly afraid of heights. Like when we go up four-wheeling on the mountain and my husband's like, oh, let's get out and look at the view. And we walk over to the edge. I literally almost vomit. I'm so terrified and grossed out about looking over the edge. And I honestly can't even look over the edge because I will lose my mind. And I don't know if the difference between zip lining and that is when you're at the top of the zip line tower, it's not like you're looking down miles into the vast open nothingness. What you see is treetops. So, because we were kind of in the jungle, and so the towers are in the trees. And so I don't know if that's what it was. But also, when I got to the top and they were hooking us in, I was just holding onto the guide wires, looking up, and then they tell you, okay, you can go. And I literally just closed my eyes, lifted my feet off the ground, and took off because and that's how I made it happen. So it's kind of strange to me that I was actually able to zip line when I am deathly afraid of heights, but maybe I'm only afraid of heights in the mountains. I don't know. Anyway, we had a really good time. We didn't have too much travel problem. We got to Denver and the customs line was horrendous. Something called, if you guys are familiar with traveling and you've had to use this, it's an app called Mobile Passport Control, and you can fill it out when you land in the country, and then it asks you some questions, you take pictures of yourself, and then it all gets uploaded. And then when you go through customs, you show the guy this QR code, he scans it, he sees your information, looks at your passports, you hit the road. Well, that app was apparently down, so everything had to be done manually, which I'm sure some people do it manually anyway, but a lot of people use this mobile passport control. It took us about, I think, an hour to get through the customs line. From the minute we got off the plane, started heading towards customs, and actually gathered our suitcases and went back out to recheck our bags, I think was an hour. That's horrendous. Now, I'm sure it's probably just as bad or worse in other places, but I've really never experienced it being that bad when I've come back into the country. And I've left the country and come back numerous times on these types of trips, and I've never had customs be that awful. And I felt really sorry for the customs agents because they were in these little glass cubicles, no fans. I mean, they're law enforcement people, fully geared up, the whole spiel, and they were dying because it was really hot for them. So anyways, we got through, everything was good. And yeah. So, I see some of you guys saying happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you guys too, because that is awesome. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah. Sunday. I'm not really sure if my family's going to do anything for me because, like my daughter's graduating, and that's kind of important. And then, Mom always takes the back seat to everything. So that's no good, but it is what it is. And I don't really need a present, to be a mom. I have 2 presents. They're my children. So there you go. Gosh, I don't really know if I have anything else exciting to say. And Mary's got some problems there. Yikes, Mary, that's no good. We've got some comments from Terry and Nicole, Sandra, Patricia, Katie, Sandy, Judy, Neil. I think it says Neil. I'm like squinting because I can't see that far. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get sick, Hope, because it's already been, I've been out of Mexico since Saturday, so I don't think I'm going to get sick. I mean, unless I just get a cold or something like that. But as far as the gastrointestinal issues, I don't think I'm going to have that. Another thing about Mexico, super hot. And I'm not a fan of hot. As you guys know, I basically live in this basement. I get up in the morning and I come down here and I start working, and I'm pretty much here all day long. And it's like a constant 65 degrees down here. So I'm always in a hoodie, and long pants and slippers. And so my body was not used to the heat down there and the humidity. Oh, ugh, gross. The humidity here is pretty much non-existent. And to go from here to the minute you step outside, your skin is just, for lack of a better term, moist. It was really icky. I hated that so much. So I don't need to go there again, honestly. So there you go. Did Kelly eat anything weird? In my opinion, yes. In probably the rest of the world's opinion, no. She didn't eat the octopus on ice. She didn't eat ant eggs. She was eating some of the various salads that they had out. Like one of the salads was a watermelon salad, and I think it had maybe this might not be right, but it looked like chunks of feta cheese, maybe some kind of dressing on it, To me, that's weird. No, I'm not eating. I ate a few pieces of cantaloupe, but as far as vegetables, fruit, lettuce. I was steering clear of all that. I was not eating any of that. So yeah, I drank a lot of Diet Coke, drank a lot of bottled water. Yeah, so I was kind of careful because I really did not want to get sick. And could you imagine having gastrointestinal issues on an airplane? No. No. Hard pass. So yeah, I don't know. To me it was weird, but to her maybe it's not. Maybe she eats that kind of stuff all the time. You know what I mean? I don't have a very diverse palate, we could say. I like to eat just boring stuff. Pasta, tacos, pizza, hamburgers, stuff like that. Very, very boring stuff. Very boring. Steak, pork chops, just boring stuff. So anyway, other than that, we didn't do a whole lot. We hung out in the pool pretty much every day, except the day we went to the zipline place. Yeah, we did not do very much except relax and chat, and that was fun. We really liked it. So people are saying not to go, that I should go in November or February. It's probably still going to be hot for me, and the humidity is still going to kill me. So I don't know if I can do that. We'll see. I guess never say never, but I'm pretty sure I won't go back. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to flip the camera because I've got a lot of stuff to do before I leave here tomorrow for the graduation, and we got to get stamping. So I'm going to flip this camera, and we're going to get started here. I'm going to plug this phone into my holder. Let's tap the old button to switch it. Always have to tap that twice. Why? I don't know. Stupid technology is super annoying. All right, oh goodness. I tried to throw my stool in the garbage can, but my stool's a bit large for the garbage can. Okay, some glasses, got a hair clip because my hair is getting too long. I need a haircut, but I need a new hairdresser again because, well, we're not even going to get into it. Anywho, are you guys aware that if you join my team with Stampin' Up! In the month of May, that you can get all these things for free? A complete set of ink pads in our new in colors, a complete set of Stampin' Write markers in our new in colors, a complete assorted pack of cardstock in our new in colors, and a pack of Designer Series paper in our new in colors. That is on top of the $125 that you choose whatever you want. And it can be stuff. Trying to get the catalog here, and I can't seem to get it out of my thing. You can get anything you want out of this new catalog if that's what you want to do. So yeah, $125 of your choice, plus all that free stuff is like a $207 value. So it is amazing. So if you have any questions about this, I'm happy to answer them. I have 2 brand new team members on my team this month. I'm super excited about that. So welcome, Christine and Tony. You guys are awesome, and I'm so glad that you joined with me. So if anyone else is interested, please let me know. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. If not, you're ready to just jump in. There is a link in the description of this video that will help you. It'll take you right to the sign up process, and you can get that done. All right. So as I talked about a little earlier, we have the new catalog kickoff going on, and I do have a link in the description of this video to my registration form, but you can also purchase a make and take kit in that registration. So you can sign up for the catalog kickoff if it's not something that you get for free, or you can purchase a make and take kit, or you can do both. If you are a member of my team in levels 1 through 3, the catalog kickoff event is free for you. If you're not, the cost is only $15. If you happen to be a subscriber to Stamp Happy Academy, and you have been since February of this year, you also get the catalog kickoff event for free. So other than that, like I said, it's $15, very, very minimal fee. And we'd love to have you join. So if you haven't already joined, please click the link in the description, go to my registration form, and you can find the link in the bottom of that form to just join the group if you don't want the make and take kit. If you do want the make and take kit, you can register for that there. We are using 3 different bundles. We are using the Labeled with Love bundle. I'm kind of a punch gal, but it does come with a set of dies if you prefer. We're also using in the Grove, and we are also using Spotlight on Nature. So there you go. Pat says she wasn't able to order that. Yeah, it's unavailable right now, Pat, but it's going to come back, so don't worry about it. And if you are a demonstrator, or if you're a brand new demonstrator, they will send it to you, so not a big deal. Okay. Or you can join my In Color Club, and you're going to get some designer series paper in your monthly kit. So just saying. All right. This week's class kit, I am using the Sketched Butterflies stamp set and die set. This is a brand new butterfly set to our catalog. And I know we've had butterflies before, so some of you probably have butterfly sets. So you might not need this bundle, but if you don't, or if you just love butterflies like I do, and I buy every single butterfly set Stampin' Up! Has ever sold, you can add the bundle to your order. If you place a minimum $35 order in my online store using my host code, then I will send you a kit for the cards we're going to make today. If your order is $50 or more, you're going to get the kit plus my Global Creative Project Tutorial PDF. $75 or more, you're going to get the kit plus the PDF, plus you're going to get a package of the iridescent faceted gems, which are brand new to our catalog this year. This is not a full package. This is a partial. I've been using them. But you're going to get a full pack if your order is $75 or more. So please remember, use my host code if your order is over 100 or under 150. And then you'll get all these gifts. If you order over 150, you still get the gifts without using the host code. I hope that makes sense. Okay, moving on. I mentioned my In Color Club. I'm taking signups for this. You can actually register for this anytime you want. It's a 5-month commitment. Whenever you start, then it's just for 5 months. And each month you get one of our brand new In Colors in a lot of different items. You get the pads, the ink refills, you get some ribbon, cardstock, designer series paper, glimmer paper, gems, and markers. You can add on the blends if you want. And there you go. All right, here we go. This is my tutorial bundle for the month of May. It was we did a kind of a choose what you want to use in it. We didn't have a specific theme. So we have lots of variety of bundles and projects using those bundles for you for that. So that is free with a $50 order in my online store, or you can purchase just the PDF for $17. I still have some everyday details class kits available if you're interested in that. And all the links to everything I always talk about every week, all the links are in the description of the video. I still have 2 or 3 Latte Love class kits available. My class kits do come with the designer series paper and the ribbon and the gems. So if you are interested in that, let me know. I also have a couple trusty tools kits left. They also come with the designer series paper, so not a problem there. And then adhesive kits I always have available for those of you that just love adhesive kits. And then, of course, Stamp Happy Academy. Like I did mention earlier, Stamp Happy Academy members get our catalog kickoff events for free. So if you have been a member of Stamp Happy Academy since February of this year, then you can get into that kickoff for free. And that information is also on the Stamp Happy Academy website. Okay. So as I mentioned, the Sketched Butterflies stamp set and die set, and then these are my embellishments for the week. So let's get started here. Now, none of these projects are very difficult, but I hope you love them anyway. All right, let me get my pieces and parts of what we're going to be using here. That, and that. And we've got some stamps, and we've got some ink colors. And one more little tidbit. Everybody who places an order with me this week, so from today through next Wednesday, which I can't remember the date, the 15th of May. Today through the 15th of May, I will put your name in a drawing for a little set of dies. This is our Paper Pumpkin Thanks and Beyond dies. And I have a little set here. I've got an extra. This is mine. And so everyone who orders this week, I'm going to put your name in a drawing, and someone's going to win the extra set of dies that I have. So I wanted to throw that out there for you. And okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start with, we've got a basic gray card base. This is 8.5 by 5.5. And we are going to do some random stamping on this with one of the little butterfly images in the set. This is a set of 4 butterflies, this tiny one here. And I'm debating about whether I'm going to cut one of them off so I can have a single butterfly and then a set of 3. I haven't done it yet, but the thought is definitely crossing my mind, and I might end up doing it. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted if I end up doing it. So anyway, this is kind of for a random background. So I'm going to start by just kind of stamping these little butterflies here on my layer of smoky slate. And I think it's supposed to be random, so I'm not going to be too concerned with them being upside down or cattywampus or anything like that. I'm just going to fill in where I need to with my little single one on the edge here. So we're just randomly stamping these in the smoky slate. And I think we'll just go ahead and add a few more here, because we can add a few more without ending up too far down here. So we'll just do something like that. So I'm leaving the bottom free just because I like the way that looks. If you want to cover the whole surface, you go right ahead. You just get wild. All right. So I am going to now ink up my beautiful large butterfly in our brand new Pretty in Pink color. I guess it's brand new, but it's not brand new. It was a color we had a long time ago. It was one of my faves when I was a newer demonstrator. And it's just a great color. It's a really nice light kind of baby pink. And what's crazy is this is how it stamps right now, and it looks kind of dark, but after it dries, look at the difference. So it'll dry to this beautiful pink color. Now, of course, I can't vouch for any other cardstock. This is Stampin' Up's basic white cardstock, and this is how this is reacting. But yeah, it will dry down to that really nice baby pink color. So when you first stamp it, don't freak out and go, oh my gosh, that's so much darker than Barb's. It will dry down and it will be the same. All right, so I did die cut that. There is the large butterfly die in the set. So, and I should tell you, this is a little trick that I have figured out. So sometimes it's hard to line things up, obviously. So how I did this was there's these 2 little holes up here at the top. Whoops, these 2 little holes. These are for the top of the antenna. So I kind of placed it on here, and then I sort of wiggled it around until those antennae came into view up there in the top. So I can see pink through those little holes. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but I can see it. And so after I found those, then I just kind of looked around to the edges and the little bottom of these little wings here. And then I used some Post-it tape that I do get off Amazon to hold it in place. I'm trying to get my tape, and it's not wanting to come out of this holder that I have. It's just the Post-it tape. This is the 1/3 of an inch Post-it tape, and I add some Post-it tape, and then I cut it, and then I die cut it. So it's really nice that the dies have these little holes up here so you can see the antenna through there, and there you go. And Bonnie, you are such a sweetheart. Bonnie said that she gave me the thumbs up and she shared the video already. So you're a rock star, Bonnie. I love you. Okay, so we have our butterfly cut out. So we're going to throw that back into the bucket. All right. Then you're going to get a 2 1/4 inch circle punch out of black cardstock. Now I realize Stampin' Up doesn't sell a 2 1/4 inch circle punch, but you can get them on Amazon, and there is a link in the description of this video if you do want to have a 2 1/4 inch circle punch. So you're going to get that in black. You're also going to get a 1 3/4 by 5 1/2 inch strip of black, which we're going to kind of put across the card like that. And then I'm going to give you some of the In Color Designer Series paper in the Pretty in Pink, in this pattern of the cute little polka dots. The opposite of that is, I don't even know what you'd call that. To me, it looks like wallpaper, but it's probably not wallpaper. And then the other pattern in here is this fun leafy pattern. And then on the back of that is stripes. Polka dots and stripes, my absolute favorite Designer Series papers. And I get every single one of these color packs every single year because I love having Designer Series paper in every one of our colors. So I'm kind of a crazy person that way. Okay, then, and this piece is 1 1/2 by 5 1/2. If you do get the kit from me, if you place an order in my store and I end up sending you a kit, I will send you a PDF file with a picture of the cards and all the dimensions and then all the products that I used. Okay. And then you'll have a link to this video so you can go back and see how I make it if you need to learn any steps along the way. So you're also going to get a little piece of the Pretty in Pink glimmer paper. That is part of our In Color glimmer paper collection. And we do have all of the in colors. So we've got the Pretty in Pink, we've got the Summer Splash, we've got the Petunia Pop, we've got the Peach Pie, And then there's one more. Where is the Shy Shamrock? Oh, there it is. Hold on. It was hiding behind the pretty... Oh my gosh, I can't get it out. Okay, there we go. And then there's the Shy Shamrock. So you get all 5 of the new in colors in our fun glimmer paper. And this is the kind of glimmer paper that doesn't flake off. So you rub it, you don't glitter all over your hands. So Stampin' Up! Has perfected that. And that is a huge reason why I love our glimmer paper, because I do not want glitter everywhere when I'm working. Okay. And then you're also going to get a strip of white. Now, this is a 1/2 by 3. This strip is going to be slightly thicker than a 1/2, so it's more like 9/16, but it's going to work perfect for what we're looking for. So let me stamp my sentiments in some black. Oh, I've got a million black pads around here. I pretty much only need one. All right, Judy says she loves the colors. Yay, thank you, Judy. So this is one of the sentiments in the stamp set, and I'm just going to stamp it here on my strip. Try to center this. See what happens. We did it. Yay me. Okay. Then we're going to snip the ends of this off. You want it to be just a little bit shorter than 3 inches. So you want your white piece to be a little shorter than your glimmer paper. All right, so then we're going to snip in here and we're going to flag the ends. If you have our old banners Pick-a-Punch, you could probably use your punch to do this. If you don't, scissors work just fine. I just go straight up the middle and then I come from the corner of the strip into the middle with my snips. And if you use brand new good snips, you'll have no problem with that. We're going to do the same thing on our glitter piece. So we're going to come in and then we're going to snip and snip. And I find doing glimmer paper from the back is easier because you can see better because you're not blinded by all that beautiful glitter shimmering in the light. Okay, so we're going to basically layer these two things together. So we're going to have some glimmer underneath our sentiment. All right, so we'll get rid of these bits. You're also going to get a piece for the inside, and all I did was just stamp that same butterfly on the inside, and didn't use a sentiment, but you can write your message or whatever you want to do. So let's go ahead and just put this together. Like I said, this is a super easy card, but pink and black and gray, classic. I want the polka dots to be to the front, but if you're getting a kit and you're making it yourself, if you want the, what I call the wallpaper side, on the front, then that's what you should do. Okay. And now we're going to add this to our layer, or our card base, excuse me. And you'll see I didn't put the butterflies all the way down. That was on purpose. So I'm going to leave maybe an inch at the bottom here showing. And I just wanted it to be plain. Why? I don't know. I just thought it looked nice. But if you think it looks nicer having stamps down there, then you should stamp it. All right. We have our circle. We're going to add our butterfly to the circle. So I went ahead and kind of folded this in the middle, just kind of used my non-existent thumb fingernails and just kind of pinched that so it kind of is a little bit bent. And then I put some dimensionals on either side of the fold line. And then I'm going to add this to the circle. So we'll just kind of center that. And I just kind of wanted it to, I don't know, I thought maybe that it would still go down into the circle and then the wings would kind of come up. I don't know. Maybe I was dreaming and maybe I dreamed that and it's not really happening. I don't know. And then we'll add a little glue here. And then you can add your butterfly wherever you desire on your strip here. We're going to add these two pieces together. I'm going to go ahead and use liquid glue. I should have already done this because sometimes liquid glue and glimmer paper, it takes a little time for that to dry. But we do have to put some embellishments on, so maybe that will take up some time. So I'm just trying to center this so that my sentiment piece is in the middle of my strip here. And since I did use liquid glue, I will have plenty of time to manipulate this and get it where I want it to be. Okay, so we're still squishing that. So now when I put this on my card, I'm going to put one end on my butterfly and then the other end's going to be over here. So I am going to put a dimensional back here because I'm going to try to keep that at the same level as my butterfly. So now I need to find a dimensional. Here we go. So we're going to add a dimensional down on this end, like I said, peel that backing off. And then we're going to add a little glue here. And then this is going to go here. Something like this. Press that down. Then we're going to add our butterfly to the inside. Such a pretty butterfly. And these are called sketched butterflies, and they actually do look kind of scratchy, kind of scribbled a little bit, which I think is kind of cool. So we'll add our inside here. There we go. And then we're going to bring the gems in after I find them. So you actually get a package of 100 gems. Like I said, I've already used some, so I don't have a full package anymore, but you will get a full package if your order is over $75. All right, so I need to scooch that just a hair because it's not wanting to stay where I want it. Okay, what do I want to do with these little things? I think I'm going to put a big one. Whoops, that was really handy. I just pushed it over onto the paper where it would probably stick. I'm going to stick one there. And then I think I'm going to come up here and put them around the circle. This is like my standard way I always put gems on, but it just always seems to work. It's like you don't miss when you put your gems on like that. So there we go. And they are faceted, so they really, really catch the light. So pretty. There's the inside again. And again, I'll have all the pictures and stuff on my blog, hopefully tomorrow. Again, I don't know. I'm going to work on it tonight I may work on it tonight. Oh, it'll be up soon. I promise. But yeah, I got to get my daughter graduated. You know what I'm saying? That's got to happen quick. That's got to happen. That's got to take priority. Okay. So let me put these things back in my bucket, and we will bring in card number 2. Okay, some of you guys are saying you like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, family first, as much as, not that I don't want to put my family first, but it's always work. It's always in the back of your mind, So there you have it. Okay. Cleaned all those off just in case we need to use them again, because I honestly can't remember. And I just made these cards this morning. Okay, moving on to card number 2. Oh, I don't think I cut a piece of white for this, or did I? No. Hold please while I cut a piece of white. So the piece of white that I need to cut is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And there it is. Okay. And then we have a layer of balmy blue. This is 8.5 by 5.5. And then I have a piece of gray. Now, I have a hole cut out of mine. Yours may or may not have a hole, depending on what we decide to do with the sentiment on this card. But the basic gray does measure 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, so that the whites will end up covering up the hole if that's what we end up doing, if we end up using the hole. Okay. And then we have an inside layer 4 by 5 1/4. What else do we have? Scrap of white. I already stamped a butterfly on here because I was playing earlier and I thought, why would I throw that away? There's no reason to throw that away, so I'm not going to throw that away. So we're going to just use that. What else do we need here? We need this butterfly. We need a basic gray ink pad. We also need this butterfly and this butterfly. So what we're going to do with these butterflies is we are going to stamp a random pattern on this piece right here. Our first stamp is not going to be random. It's going to be strategically placed where we want it to be. So I kind of want it kind of centered, maybe a little centered, but off to the right. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to kind of tilt it. Okay. So that's going to be our first image that we stamp. The rest of them doesn't matter. You can stamp them any way you want. So I've got that large one right there. Bring in this small guy here, and we're going to stamp it something like that. Then I have, where's my half butterfly? Here it is. And there's kind of a half butterfly in this set, which I find pretty interesting. And we are going to stamp our half butterfly kind of over here. So basically what I'm doing is I have a strategically placed butterfly. Everything else is kind of random, just trying to create just randomness. That doesn't even make sense, but it will when we're done. Okay, so you're just going to take each butterfly and you're just going to take turns kind of stamping it here and there, wherever, all around. Maybe this one, something like that. Let's see this. Yeah, I think we'll go with this big one again, but we'll kind of angle it so it doesn't look exactly the same. Bring this one in again, do it up here, maybe like that, upside down slightly. The half butterfly, maybe just right there on the edge, just a tiny little bit. Maybe the half butterfly again up here. We'll get maybe the body, and I think that's probably good. So we've just kind of created a random pattern of gray butterflies. Okay, so we can kind of scooch those out of the way. Now this one we're going to color, and so I've got my Balmy Blue blends. I've got the light and the dark, and I'm going to start with the light, and I'm just going to kind of just color the whole thing light. I'm not going to be perfect with it though, just because the drawing of the butterfly itself, how it's kind of sketched, is not perfect. And so I don't think your coloring needs to be perfect. Now, you might want it to be perfect, and if you do, then you should absolutely make it perfect. I sometimes like to do things quickly. And so this is my excuse for doing stuff quickly, is I don't have to make it fancy because I'm doing it quickly. I'm going to get the body with the dark. So I'm just kind of, wherever the Stampin' Up! Has given us some shading opportunities, I'm going to kind of scribble over that with my dark Balmy Blue. So maybe down here, maybe around the bottom. And I have found that the Balmy Blue markers, anyway, they kind of blend together real nicely. And so there's not a whole lot of color variation with them after the dark kind of dries, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to go over this again just because I want a little bit more of the darkness to show up. So if I keep doing dark, then it will be dark. If you get any spots where you think, oh, you know what, I really want to blend that a little better, you can absolutely come back in with your light and then just kind of swirl that around and then kind of get that blended just a little bit better. But like I said, I kind of just wanted to have it be just kind of random, kind of crazy. Now, if I was, oh, here it is. I was going to say, if I was a butterfly that was already done, where would I be? And here I am. Again, I just really didn't take a whole lot of time with it. I just kind of scribbled it on there, and I think it looks fantastic. So the reason we wanted to strategically place one of our stamped butterflies is because we want to add one single butterfly, a colored one. And I'm going to do it with some dimensionals. So I'm just going to add a dimensional here and a dimensional here. And then so in our kind of randomness of the gray butterflies, we are going to have a pretty blue one popped up right there. Okay, then we're going to bring in a piece of white ribbon. This is our Petal Pink and White Diagonal Trim Combo Pack. It's not available right now, but I have plenty, and so you will get this in your kit. If you place your order with me and you want this kit, you will get some ribbon. So you're going to get probably, I suppose it'd be about like a 5.5 inch chunk. We don't need a whole lot. We're just going to wrap it around here kind of at the bottom. But actually we need to attach it to our layer of gray first. So again, we haven't decided yet if we're going to have a hole in the gray. If we do decide that we need a hole in the gray, yours will come with a hole in it. Otherwise, it won't, and you'll just get a scrap. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about? I'm going to tell you here in just a moment. Okay, so we're going to wrap the ribbon around. There is two sides to this. There is a side that's like pretty shiny, and then there's a little bit more matte side. I'm going to go shiny because that's how I roll. About an inch from the bottom, give or take, you know, wherever you want to put it. I like to use Scotch tape to get my things to the back. So that's what we have so far. So then here's kind of where our dilemma comes. Oh, you know what? The gray doesn't even matter. You think I don't know what I'm talking about? I'm literally not kidding when I say I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. Because gray was never an option. It was either going to be white or blue for the sentiment, okay? Gosh, I tell you, there are days when I literally have no idea what's going on, and I don't have any idea what's going on today. Oh, Jean said something about butterflies. They must be calling her name. She completely ignored this bundle in the catalog. This is her second time that she's seen somebody using it, and she's loving it. It's amazing. I'm not going to lie. Okay, and the set also has wonderful sentiments. It has what I like to call sentiments that everybody actually needs. Thinking of you, wishing you a birthday, and thank you. It's nice to have other sentiments in sets too. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say those are the only sentiments I ever use, but they're the most common sentiments that I use. And so I love that they're in here, and I love that they're kind of a scritchy, scratchy font a little bit. I think that's pretty cool. So we have a thank you. We are going to stamp our, did I do it in gray or did I do it in black? I think I did it in black. But you know what? We're going to do it in gray just to see what we like better. So we've got thank you. This little label, I'll tell you where it comes from here in a second. Some of you might already know. Yeah, I think, well, I don't know. We'll see. I was thinking we might have to go black just because this isn't going to be super dark, but it might work. Okay, so this little die comes out of a die set called Unbounded Love. This die set also has a matching stamp set or coordinating stamp set of sentiments, which is really cool, but you don't need both. You know what I mean? You could buy just the sentiments and be happy, or you could buy just the die set and also be happy. But if you want to be super happy, buy them together. So anyway, when I was talking gray, like I said, I don't know what I was talking about, but the die that I chose to use is this little scallopy rectangle guy right here. And it actually die cuts two pieces. I'm going to try to get this other piece out of here. Yes, there we go. So it die cuts the center, and then it die cuts the outside piece. And so you can see I didn't actually cut this nicely, so we're not using this. But anyway, so this is how it actually comes out. It comes out like that. So you can use either both pieces. You can do multiple colors. You know, you could maybe put this together like this. If you wanted to have the blue and the gray, if you thought that was going to look pretty fancy, you could do that. You could do gray and white. I mean, you could do whatever you wanted to. But in this case, I want to decide whether we want to have a blue sentiment. I'll let you look at that for a moment. Blue sentiment or white sentiment. What do you guys think? And this, actually, I think we might need to go black. So there's a white sentiment that's done in black. And then here's a blue sentiment also done in black. So let me know, blue or white. We're going to go majority rules, and then that's what's going to come in the kit. So choose wisely. So while you guys are voting, I'm going to clean up a tiny little bit here because there's always a mess. And yeah, I'm always messy. So let me put some of my little doohickeys back in this little container that I have full of doohickeys. And my ribbon and this punch and this die set. All right, let's look at the comments. Holy cow, everybody's going blue. Blue it is. Okay, so we're going to add this blue sentiment on here. And I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do tiny little mini dimensionals. Do I have two left on the sheet? Oh my gosh, I do. And I'm going to try to put them like right over my ribbon. Just right at the edge of my ribbon. And then we're going to attach that. So it'll be popped up. Oops, flip that around. Okay, so your gray piece is not going to come with a hole in it. We've determined that for sure. Let's see, I'm going to try to make the ribbon in the middle, and there we go with that. Okay, so then this is going to go on to the card. Yeah, I think I want to do dimensionals on this. I wasn't, and then I changed my mind. So yeah, You guys are so correct. White does blend into the background. I didn't really even think of that until I just saw Mary say that. So good job, Mary. Oh, and my nails, I broke a lot of them, and then for some reason normally I don't have any issues getting dimensional backings off, but this week's been a bit of a struggle. Okay, so let's try to get this centered. I think that's centered. Okay. We have an inside already done. So I actually found this really nice sentiment that says you are greatly appreciated in the wild ferns set. Now, some of you probably have the wild ferns. If you don't, I'm sure you have any sentiment that you could use, or you could use no sentiment at all and just write a little note. But I wanted to use one of the butterflies with the sentiment, so that's kind of how I went with that. But you can do whatever you choose, because I'm sure that you have some other sentiment stamps. So let me get this glued in to the middle, and then we're going to grab our beautiful gems and get some gem action going. Did you guys see me swipe that back of that card over my hand and get glue on myself? Wow, no one's ever seen Barb do something like that before, right? I tell you. Okay, get that down really nice. Now, gems, where are they? Here they are. Ah, they're so awesome. Okay, I don't know if I just want to like sprinkle some around randomly, like just in some of these open areas, maybe throw a few. And then, I don't know, like maybe right there. How's that? Yay, 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 yay. I think that's good. So there it is. Card number 2. Again, a super simple card, but I kind of really like the wow factor that having that one colored butterfly brings to the whole card. Really a fan of that. So I hope you guys liked it. All right, let me do a tiny bit of cleanup here, because, you know, like I said, if there are inky stamps and stuff sitting around, I'm going to end up getting them on my hands and then getting them somewhere that I don't want ink. Okay. All right, so let me put my die away, because that's kind of small, and I don't want to lose that either in this mess of stuff. Okay. Now we're going to do my favorite card. Not that I didn't love the other two, but this one's kind of my favorite. And the reason it's my favorite is because it uses Petunia Pop and Summer Splash. Two of my absolute favorite new colors. Okay. So these are our pieces and parts so far. What we have, that and that. Okay. So we're going to go with a Fresh Freesia card base, because Fresh Freesia and Petunia Pop are like BFFs. Let me bring you out a little piece of Petunia Pop so you can see how BFF-y they are. Look at that. If that's not BFF, I don't know what is. So Petunia Pop and Fresh Freesia, BFFs. So we've got our card base, 8.5 by 5.5. We've got our white for the inside, 4 by 5.25. And then we have a couple of pieces here. We've got some designer series paper. This is the one that I showed you earlier. This is Petunia Pop. I'm going to use the leafy side because I just think it's really awesome. So this is a 1.5 by 5.5. You're also going to get a 1/2 inch by 5.5 strip of the glimmer paper, and we're going to kind of layer those together slightly to have that on the front. You're going to get a piece of white, and I need to know what this is. This is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then you're going to get a layer of Summer Splash that's 3 by 4. And you'll notice that this one does have holes in it. Yours isn't going to come with holes because you're going to put the holes in them. So we're going to bring in a couple of the dies here. There are a total of 8 dies in this set, and we've used this one and we've used this one already. And then on this card, we're going to use this trio of butterflies and a single. So we're going to cut out those two things out of the layer of Summer Splash, and here they are. Okay, and I think that's all the dies we're using on these cards, but you still have a die that will cut out the half butterfly, the other small butterfly, and then 2 just kind of cute little things that go together to these 2 little butterflies here. Okay, so again, not a very difficult card at all. So we've got our layer of white. We are going to add our butterflies. So I'm just going to kind of throw some glue back here. I should have used an adhesive sheet. I didn't. If you guys have adhesive sheets at your house, you probably want to use them. But if you don't, you can certainly do the liquid glue route. It works. It's just a little more putsy and sometimes can be a bit messy if you're not careful. So I'm just kind of trying to very gently, and my glue is getting close to being gone. So that also makes it a little easier to do these detailed gluings. Oops, there's a little bit that didn't come out of the die there. Get off there. Oh, there's another one. All right. You can also, if you have a piece of sponge and a silicone mat, you can dip your sponge in some glue that you squirt on a silicone mat, and then you can pounce it onto your butterflies if you so desire. Okay, so here we go. And we're going to set them something like this. Okay. Then, before I actually put this other one on, I'm going to stamp my sentiment just to make sure I have enough room. And this is the Thinking of You sentiment. And we're going to use Petunia Pop because Petunia Pop is amazing. And I'm going to take my spoon and just kind of gently press some of the ink into my pad because this pad came very juicy. And I don't need it to be that juicy for my sentiment. All right, so we're going to try to... There we go. Worked out pretty good. All right, and then our last butterfly, we're going to kind of stick on something like this. So it's kind of around this wing a little bit. I probably should have put those on a little bit differently, but you know what? It's a handmade card. It can't be perfect. All right, and if I made this again, it would probably look different. You know what? I just got really heavy-handed with the glue, so this is what we're going to do with that. We're going to bring in our silicone mat and we're going to get some of the glue off. That was actually a lot of glue that was excess. Okay. And then here we go. Okay. And I've got glue on my hands. So now I am going to just kind of add some glue around where I took this off, just to kind of make sure that I have glue in most of these places. And then we're going to just attach our layer of white to our layer of Summer Splash. And of course that would happen. And of course we're going to cover up the hole that we made die cutting our butterflies out of there. Get over there. Okay, there. Press that into place. Now we need to add our, I'm going to try some seal. Maybe that'll work better with my glimmer paper than my liquid glue did. We'll see. Okay. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Mary says you guys love me. Yay, I love you guys too. Uh-oh. That's kind of upside down. I mean, it probably isn't really upside down, but in my brain, it's upside down. So we're going to do it this other way because to me, that was upside down. So if you don't want it upside down, then put your glue on the other side. Not that it matters because we're going to need to glue this whole thing down anyway. So if we have some glue over here, it's still going to work. And actually, I think that was the better way to go. Not using liquid glue. But on the other hand, using liquid glue lets you, it gives you some time to get everything in place. So yeah, it's a toss-up about which way to go. All right, so we're going to stick this on. I'm going to leave a little edge here of the Fresh Freesia, just because I want it to show with its BFF. Okay, there we go. And then our fun little layer, we're just going to kind of put it on there a little cattywampus because that's easier than trying to make it straight. So there you go. Oh, you guys are loving this card. This is my favorite. I'm not going to lie. Out of all of the cards that I made today, this is my favorite. And then the little gems are going to be perfect. You know what? I've seen people do this. I don't know why I am struggling so much getting these dimensionals off today. I never have issues getting dimensionals off. But for whatever reason, these are not coming off. Okay. And then we're going to do this a little bit cattywampus. There we go. we have an inside piece. I just did the butterflies in both of the colors in the corners. Super simple. Nothing special about that, but I do like to always have something on the inside. If I can, I prefer to have something on the inside. I think it's fun. Let me get this in there, and then we'll get the gems on, and then we'll bring the rest of the cards out. Okay, I do have a little confession to make. I thought about doing this. You guys can tell me if you think it's good or if you think it's terrible. I took a piece of petunia ribbon and I kind of folded it over on itself, and then I taped the ends, and I was going to kind of tuck it under here. But I don't know if I need it. You know what I mean? Is it just something stupid that's sitting there that nobody needs? Or do we need it? I don't know. I don't think that I do. But if you guys think we need it, then I'll reconsider. But after we get these gems on there and stuff, I'm almost like, gosh, do we really need it? I don't know. But you tell me. It might just be something stupid that we don't see. That's kind of what I thought, Judy. I thought it doesn't really show up, so why would I do it? That's stupid. So I don't think I'm going to. I think we're going to leave it off because then it's just kind of distracting almost. You know what I mean? Because we have these beautiful gems for the butterfly bodies, and we have this beautiful paper here. So I don't think we need that. I think just a few of these gorgeous gems and the glimmer, that's perfect. Okay. Thanks, you guys. I thought that's what we should do, but I wanted to make sure because you guys always have really good ideas. So I appreciate your feedback. Okay. Let me bring in the other cards. So we have that one, this one, and this one. Kind of a nice, what are we calling this? A variety of colors, I guess. We've got some neutral. We've got some wow, pow, summer splash, petunia pop. We've got a little bit kind of subtle balmy blue and gray action going on. So anyways, these are my 3 cards for the week. Where did I put my thing? If you would like a free kit to make these cards this week, you can place an order in my online store and use this host code. The order needs to be $35 or more. And of course, that's merchandise amount. I can't give gifts based on shipping and tax because I don't get paid on shipping and tax. I only get paid on merchandise. So you have until next Wednesday, the 15th, to place your order. My shopping website is shoppingwithbarb.com. And then, of course, if your order is over $75, I'll throw in these gorgeous gems for you. And if it's over $150, please don't use the host code and you'll still get the prizes if you order in the online store. Okay, that's all I have for you guys tonight. I'll be back next week. Maybe I'll have some pictures to share with you of my amazing daughter and her graduation. Yay, Jaden. All right, guys, I will see you again soon. Have a great week and stay safe. Bye-bye.